Well, let's get it started and welcome our host, the Statesville troubadour himself, Matt Walsh. You say, man, Ludella, baby, don't you hear me calling you? Baby, don't you hear me calling you? Yeah. Well, I tried so hard, tried to get along with you. Ludella, you know I paid your house rent in your time of need. I went to work in the beach orchard, baby, trying to keep it clean. Ludella, baby, don't you hear me calling you? I have. Well, I tried so hard, baby, trying to get along with you. Oh, let me have time. Give me some Rat Ragged. Baby, don't you hear me calling you? I hear it now. Ludella, baby, don't you hear me calling you? Well, I tried so hard, baby, to get along with you. Bless your heart. Bless my heart. Howdy, folks. Welcome to the Friday Night Gamble. Don't be fooled by imitators and fear the originators. All right, you know what I'm talking about here, man. Yes, sir. All right, well, this is the show where I get to have my good friends in North Carolina that I've known, some musical legends, some people that are just some characters, and I get to bring them up here in the attic and make them sweat their damn heads off a little bit and bring them to you and let you introduce. You get to meet these people that I know and get to know them a little better. And Tommy Brill, you are no exception, son. You know that's right.
Well, thanks for saying.
Well, you know, we've been buddies a long time. We've been burning up a lot of miles together. And
a lot of stuff.
Raising a lot of hell, too. Ain't that right?
Oh, yeah.
It's not beyond us to do that, is it?
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
Well,
Raise a little hell, man.
Well, man, I'm glad to have Tommy on the show. When I thought about this show, you were one of the first people I thought about to have on as a guest, you know. And Tommy does it all. He's played with a lot of blues legends, a lot of country legends, just a lot of. Talk about some of the people you've played with, and I don't mean to. I know you're a humble man and you don't like to name drop, but I want to let the people know just what we're dealing with here tonight.
Well, you know, you're dealing with trouble.
Well, I know that.
But,
I would have had you on the show.
No.
We've been already drinking, y'all. So just a nip.
Drinking.
Just a nip. We took a nip.
Yeah. Oh well, you know, I've played with in the blues world a lot of folks. I started working with Bob Margolin back in the '80s, and
steady roll.
And through Bob was, you know, very good because we got to back a lot of people that I really idolized, you know. And I know, you know,
some of them from Howlin' Wolf's band.
Oh yeah, I mean Hubert Sumlin, all them fellas. Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. He likes Wolf big time.
Yeah, so that was great, and you know, and I played with people like Wanda Jackson, who, you know, to me, because I'm all into rockabilly and country music too.
Oh yeah, man.
And you know, you know, just it's been so many people over the years, you know, that it was great back, you know, when I kind of got out there because I kind of started a little late. I was probably like I was in my 20s when I really started trying to play.
When you were out playing on the stage. Now I pictured you being in 18 or 19 years old and you would be on the stage, but this happened a little later in life.
No, I started playing bass then, but
what time? So you started playing bass? What year?
It's a funny story. I was really interested in it, and I wanted to play it, and we lived in Brooklyn, New York at that time.
Yeah.
And
born there?
Well, I was born outside of there, but close by. And my parents had a two-family house, and we had a guy upstairs that was a medical school student, and his wife was a nurse. And one day, he said, "Hey, do you know anybody who wants to buy a bass?" And I said, "Well, maybe. Yeah, I'm kind of interested in that." And he showed me this bass that he had, but it was way too expensive.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh man, I can't afford $300,
right,
or whatever." I don't even remember what it was. And he said, "Well, you know what? I got a cheap Jap bass. I'll just give it to you."
Yeah.
And he gave it to me. And it was a Tesco. Not a Tesco. It was a Segova.
Oh, okay.
That's what it was. A little short scale thing.
Right.
And that's what I learned to play on.
So
I started, I started listening to bass players.
So you're from New York City, but you moved down here when?
I was in high school.
Okay, so the
mid-70s,
I guess. We're gonna put a little age on you.
I put it on myself.
Call up a little clip on you there.
But
yeah. Well, fantastic.
And and it was pretty cool because back then there was a lot of really, really good music going on down
So what got you started? I mean, what got you started in music? What was the pivotal moment that you? For me, it was Shauna and I when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah, man. I saw Bowser and all that stuff, and I would get the microphone out at my grandma's house. They turned me on that stuff, and I would get in the microphone and turn the vacuum cleaner into a microphone, the hose, and my granddad would put that Brill cream stuff in my head, a little dab of do you. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know you.
I use the Murrays.
Well, we both dabbled in that grease. I used to use Murrays too, and that's
more wax than grease.
That's dedication.
Yeah,
that's dedication is what it is.
I think that's
so what was the first thing that really you heard that got you?
It was two things.
Sparked it.
And people wouldn't think they were similar, but I heard them on the radio about the same time. And the two first LP records that I bought.
How old were you?
About 10.
10, okay.
Was Creedence Clearwater Revival,
John
Green
Fogerty.
River.
Our love for John Fogerty.
And Lightning Hopkins.
Well.
It was called Lightning Hopkins, the Blues Giant.
That's peas in a pod, right?
And, yeah.
Really
there was so much similarity. You hear Fogerty doing his position down there kind of stuff and whatnot. And I heard Hopkins at the same time. And I was like, man, that's the sound. I really like that. So Lightning was my gateway.
Lightning was the guy that got me started besides Muddy. I mean, I came up to my uncle's porch one day. He turned me on to the Rolling Stones, Cream, all this stuff. Mm-hmm. Johnny Winter was like kind of the gateway to that stuff, where he started saying, "Oh, he really likes this stuff." But I never forget one hot summer day about this time of year, pulling up to my uncle's house, and he was sitting on the porch with a buddy of his, and they were both drinking Miller 40 ounces, listening to the best of Muddy Waters, and then they had a Lightning Hopkins little record that came behind that. So. Mm-hmm. Well, listen. So you, what brought you love of country music? When did that come along?
Well, believe it or not, I used to hear that stuff in New York. More.
Because you play country, you play blues, you play rock and roll, you play rockabilly. I mean, you're all across the damn whole thing.
More country music records used to be sold in New York State than any other state.
Really?
So and there was a country.
Why was that?
I guess because there's a lot of hillbillies.
Up there in New York State. Get out of here.
No, I mean, so a bunch of them come down to the city too, because we had a station called WHN.
Yeah.
And that's a legacy station, 3 call letters, and they were country music station, and they were big. That was a big deal in New York. They had a lot of listeners, and I used to listen to them. I used to listen to other stuff too, but I would listen to that. Occasionally, my mother's sister, she used to listen to it all the time.
Yeah, right.
And they were born and raised there. They'd never even been out of Brooklyn, probably. You know.
Well, let's hit on one of them damn good country numbers, because you know I've heard you sing country music, and we've been up here just messing around this afternoon up here in the attic, and,
we can try something.
You put off some country gold, man. I mean, come on now.
Well, I'll tell you what, we were just watching some Merle Haggard there a little while ago.
Oh man,
he's pretty inspiring.
Oh, I know you. Tommy was down there. We were up here getting the set ready and everything, and
I'm watching.
All of a sudden, there wasn't no Tommy around nowhere. And I said, "Well, where'd Tommy go?" I go back downstairs. Tommy's down there watching Merle.
Y'all been sitting here getting creative all day.
Oh yeah, you know Tony P. You know when the folks come over, we hang out a little bit before the show. We ought to do some of that. You know, sometime release some of that. The people just hanging out. You know, before
the scenes,
before the show, and what we do, and we have a good time, and we get kind of
the members only section.
Yeah, well, you know, I got one of those. I got one.
Yeah.
What key you got, bud?
Let's do this one in E.
All right.
This is a Merle. I was told by Norm Hamlet, who was Merle's steel player, that Merle's sister thinks this is the best song he ever wrote.
Really?
And I kind of agree with her.
Well, hit her on, bud.
In my house of memory, it's all I own. I live in memories now that you're gone. A constant reminder of what used to be keeps torturing me. In my house of memory, my home is a prison where memories surround me. There's no place to hide where your memory won't find me. In my house of memory, it's all I own, and I'm all alone. In my house of memories, my home is a prison where memories surround me. There's no place to hide where your memory won't find me. In my house of memories, it's all I own, and I'm all alone. In my house of memories, in my house of memories.
Yeah, man.
Woo.
Come on, man.
Thank you, folks.
Sheesh.
Thank you.
Well,
That's
I
beautiful
tell you
tune, isn't
what, you don't get that kind of entertainment just anywhere, do you?
No.
Wow.
Mm.
There's a towel off after that one, don't
Yeah,
you?
I seen
Putting some
I have
damn
seen
soul into it.
Merle
son.
a few times, but he never did that to me.
Well, let's do a damn team drink on that one, y'all.
absolutely.
You know, we got to get us a little team drink after
Oh
that.
yeah, and what do we have here?
Well, I got my friends from Fourth Creek Brewing. And they're down in my hometown, Statesville, North Carolina. Y'all ready? 1, 2, sir. And this is a Mosaic 5.5. And I had one of these early in the week because they send me a little bit, you know, to preview it. And man, this is a damn good beer. Now these guys down here at Fourth Creek, yeah, you get a little smell of that, get a little whiff of your
bouquet.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to tell you what, go down here and visit these fine folks, y'all. Fourth Creek Brewing, we play a lot of breweries, you know, Ray, and a lot of them, you know, it's like, you can't, you know, Facebook, it seems like when Facebook come along, y'all, everybody was a musician. And you can go out there and just kind of fake it and act like you're playing and all this stuff. And then, well, it takes time to learn how to play, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it takes time to learn how to brew beer, you know? And we play a lot of places. Now we play at some places where it was kind of, you know, it was.
Bless their heart.
Yeah, bless
Bless their heart.
Bless your heart. Bless your heart. But this place, boy, I tell you what, these guys.
Yeah.
Hey, son, these guys are putting them down. Say, hey, how about y'all? I want to give it up to the Hitman.
All right.
I want to give it up to
Cheers.
Mook. And I want to give it up to you. If you're out there drinking, if you're out there smoking on something, I don't know what you're doing. If you're out there just chewing bubble gum, here's to you.
Chewing
Team
tobacco.
drink. Let's do a little team drink.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's floral. It's kind of,
It is.
but it's still kind of. It's not like, you know. It's not.
Yeah, it's not overly
It's not like
hoppy.
perfumey or, you know. Well, that's
I'm gonna
good.
put my glass on because
It's really good.
Yeah,
it
it
really
is.
is good.
It tastes great.
really is good. I had one the other day, but you know, I had one that was kind of. I put it in the refrigerator. I didn't get it cold enough. I don't think, but these are cold and these are really good. Fourth Creek Brewing. Go support these folks in my hometown.
yeah, man. Next time I ride through there, I'll
John,
stop,
thank
man.
you, man. You're just
Absolutely.
killer, man. Well, Hitman, I guess we'll go ahead and start an interview. What would you want to ask Mookie?
Oh.
We're going to go ahead and get down to the nitty gritty on you, son.
My question: in New York, did you ever play any jazz?
No, I was so young. I was just playing in my basement when I left there. So I never
'cause you
played
didn't
with
get here
anybody.
yeah, right.
Yeah, that would have been fun. I mean, you know, I'm not a
You play
bebop.
upright bass. You play
I
upright.
do.
Oh,
I
fantastic.
played that later on, but I started on
So when
electric.
did you,
but
when
I
did you get
definitely
it?
used to
When did you
listen
get
to
it
stuff
upright?
already.
When did you get it upright?
I wanted one for a long time, and it was kind of weird because
What made you want one?
because I loved the way they sounded on
Yeah,
those
just like
records.
the records.
You know, and I remember, and talking about country music as well, they used to have these old Grand Ole Opry shows that they filmed in color. And you'll see them sometimes. They're all over YouTube. They got a big barn door behind them, and they'll have Ray Price and Ernest
Oh,
Tubb
sure,
and all these
sure.
people on there. And I remember Ernest Tubb, and all of a sudden I can't remember his name, the bass player. He had a skin stretched out on there, and he held a brush in his right hand.
Right.
And he boom,
Play on the play on the
and
skin.
he played like that.
Play-
And that was
They had him like a
because they
pick
would-
guard. It was like a pick guard for the bass.
Yeah,
kinda
and
almost,
because
but it
at
would be
that
made
time
out of-
the Opry band drums.
Have you seen one of these?
I had not.
No, they
Yeah.
would have like a snare drum, like the same stuff the snare drum would be.
A skin,
cut.
yeah.
Had skin, and they would put it on the side of the stand-up bass like a pick guard here,
Yeah,
and
like
they
right
play
here.
on it with a damn brush.
hmm So I remember that very well, and Ray Price. I remember Ray Price on those shows. I loved him, and he's in my pantheon, and I'm glad I got to see him and met him a couple of times. But Ray Price, yeah, he had that great band behind him, the Cherokee Cowboys. Man, I really loved that, and those guys could swing too, you know.
Play Western swing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah, Buddy Evans.
Now talk about Western swing. If the folks out here don't know what Western swing is, what makes it Western swing?
Well, it's Bob Wills,
right,
basically.
Texas Playboy.
It's like it's like bluegrass started at Bill Monroe and then it came out.
yeah.
So you're still walking.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's the thing. See, Ray Price, he kind of revolutionized country music because he made put that 4/4 bass in it, and nobody Crazy Arms, nobody had ever heard that before.
Before that, it was just one.
Before that,
five.
it was but you know, it was 2/4 bass,
Right.
You know, and all that, and he did that. He revolutionized.
He did that.
I mean, he created a whole genre of country music, and it's just it's my favorite stuff. With the shuffle on the snare drum, and oh man,
Yeah.
and that great singing and fiddling and steel guitar, man, I just love that. Love it.
So what did you not want to do with music when you started? I mean, what were you? We know what you was trying to do. What was you not trying to do?
I was not trying to go out there and make an ass out of myself. I mean, to be honest, I'll tell you this. This is okay. This is around like 1980, and all those guys had just left Muddy Waters band.
Yeah.
So you had the legendary blues band and Jerry Portnoy and Pine Top and all those
Right.
guys.
Sure.
And they were
Really
hanging
big
around
guys.
Charlotte, yeah. And they were hanging around Charlotte a lot. And I wasn't shy about going up and talking to guys and and all that back then. Now, I wouldn't do that.
Right.
But,
right.
um,
Well, know, there's a story here. I got a story about Gatemouth. You know, I was telling Tad Walters, somebody put me up to going up and asking him for an autograph. And I didn't know what to say to him, so I went up there because I saw him a year before with Eric Clapton. I said, well, Mr. Gatemouth, I saw you with Eric Clapton about a year. He said, go on, get on out of here.
He was a cranky old dude.
But I understand what you're saying about, you know, having the
anyway. So
but
I went up, you know, and talked to Jerry Portnoy, and I was explaining to him that, you know, I was learning harp and all that, and,
right.
you know, I really liked his playing, and I listened to him and enjoyed it and whatnot. He said, "You got one on you?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Let me hear you." I was like, "Really?"
Wow.
Okay.
On the spot.
Yeah, so I pulled one out and I started playing, and he goes, "How long you been playing?" I said, "No, not long, you know, a few months, I guess." And he goes, "You're tongue blocking. You're like 90% of the way there." He's going, you know how many people come up to me and and I'm like, "Well, that's the first thing I'm trying to learn," and then, you know, all that. He's going, yeah, and he gave me good advice, you know, about, you know, he's like, you know, when you're playing harp, try and think of it as a singing voice.
Right,
know?
yeah. Just don't play all over the damn place. And
that's just like really good guitar players, or ones that I like a lot, try and sound like sax players.
Yeah, T-Bone,
you know?
you know, T-Bone Walker was doing that, you know. T-Bone Walker was
and unfortunately, Charlie
that.
Beatty most recently.
Oh,
who
God
was,
rest his soul.
God rest him.
His soul.
That guy. And
what
I
a fantastic guitar player.
Very fortunate enough to work with him.
Yeah, and you played with him a lot.
Not a lot, but I've done a few gigs.
A couple times.
Done a few gigs with him, man, and he was just. It was like when you came off the stage, your IQ, your musical IQ.
Yeah, he took you to school.
Yeah, he was something. He was something.
What do you say, Hitman?
So
okay.
Oh, so you listening to now in your car?
Actually, in the car, I was just. I ride a motorcycle most of the time, so I listen to the wind. But at home. Oh, you know what? I heard a guy recently that I really, really like, and all of a sudden I can't remember his name. I looked him up, and I've been listening to some stuff, and all of a sudden I'm old, folks. I can't remember a lot.
We're all old men, y'all.
But
we're all old men, y'all. There's no secret there.
Is it Jason James? You ever heard this guy? Yeah, Jason James.
No.
Yeah, he's a songwriter. He's kind of a country guy, but not all the way. And I heard him because I loved his voice so much, and it just caught my ear. And he kind of reminded me a little bit of a George Jones type singer, or Johnny Paycheck, but his songs were different. But
well, listen, I'm gonna throw something at you. Just let's do this out of the blue. You've played with so many musical legends. I'm just gonna throw a name at you, and you just tell me something.
Okay.
Okay. Nappy Brown.
Nappy was one of my best friends, really, and he was one of the greatest singers that ever walked the earth. In fact, I had heard him as a very young man. And I had bought records of his, I had 45s on Savoy. So I was real familiar with him. I had no idea that he was from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Right.
And at that time, he was living down in Pomeria, South Carolina. But he moved back. And, I was just like, oh my God, I can't believe, like, this guy's from here. And then all of a sudden it's like, and one of the first gigs I ever did with Bob Margolin was with Nappy.
Okay.
I'll never forget it. It was at the Main Street Cafe in Blacksburg, Virginia.
Okay.
And I'd played that place with other bands before, but that night it was packed and had a balcony and all that stuff.
And they knew Nappy was there? Or?
Yeah, Nappy, he killed it, man. He killed it. That was the first time. That was the first time I ever actually played with him.
And what'd you think?
What did I think? I mean, of course, it was just like. It was one of the greatest things. Everything about it was great. The crowd, him, the band was cooking.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I got to do a lot more with him over the years, and we got to be good friends. If we weren't playing, I'd call him up and stop in and see him. And I'll be quite honest, I used to buy my moonshine from
I was
him.
going to say, you get a little hooch
You
from
know?
him, too. You told
Yeah.
me, yeah.
He used to sell me a gallon at his price.
His
And-
price.
Yeah, that's a friend.
That's a friend.
That's a friend, and it would last a long
We're
time.
talking about friends. Let's see, Carrie Bell.
Yeah, and Carrie was
He lived
great,
with
man.
y'all.
Carrie
lived
lived
together
with me
now.
for a
Y'all lived
while.
together
Yeah,
a
I
little
don't
bit.
probably about between 6 months and a year. And
What was that like?
it was great. I always loved working with Carrie.
Well, I mean, what do you do at 6 p.m. when you sit down with Carrie Bell to watch television? I mean,
Oh, he would sit down in his room and watch Texas Ranger. What's his name?
Walker.
Yeah,
Walker,
Texas Ranger. He loved that
Chuck
show.
Norris.
Yeah, he would watch all that. I didn't have cable until he moved in. He wanted cable. I said, well, that's fine. He said, I'll pay for it. I said, that's okay.
He wanted his Walker, Texas Ranger.
He wanted Walker, and he wanted some other stuff too. But you know, a lot of times he sat out on the porch and listened to music. You know, with a disc man.
What would he listen to?
He was listening to like new bands. People would give him.
Oh, really?
People would
okay,
give him CDs, and he would actually listen
and he
to
would
it.
humor it, yeah, and check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And the other thing that he did was he practiced. I would
Really?
hear him in his room practicing, man. He always kept his chops up.
yeah.
Always.
Well, I tell you, man, as all the deep blues harmonica, just the deep blues guys, period. Carrie Bell just always,
Oh yeah.
he had that feeling, you know what I mean? It made you
And
believed him.
nobody sounds like him.
Nobody sounds like that.
You know,
Nobody sounds. He was
Only
such an
Carrie Bell could be on the same
an
record with Big
originator.
Walter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he could. Yeah.
I mean and they did. That was the second Alligator album ever came
Well, let's
out.
do another team drink, Carrie, because I know
Oh, yeah.
Carrie like to take a little beer here and there.
Yeah,
you know.
he gave it up, but he
Yeah, well.
missed it.
To Carrie Bell, to Nappy
That's right.
Brown, to the originators, y'all.
Absolutely.
Fear the originators. Don't be fooled by imitators. Real deal.
That's exactly right.
Well, daggone, won't you?
That's good.
That's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not bad. Well, spin me off one of them other good ones you got.
Let's see. Let's do a song about killing.
Well, I like a murder ballad.
A murder ballad would
What
be
key
fine.
you got it in?
We got a couple of them. This one would be in E.
Let's do it. I got
This is a great one by.
me and Ray got a 45 in the cut.
Yeah. Well, in this case,
Somebody has to go.
I don't know.
Somebody's got to go.
Yeah, there's gonna be a few.
Yes, sir.
So this
Lay it on me,
is
man.
a song by a fellow named Donnie Young.
All right.
If you don't know who he is, look him up.
I don't actually.
I know you forgive me if I say goodnight. I've got a promise to fulfill. Thank you for listening to my troubles. Pardon me, I've got someone to kill. I warned him not to try and take her from me, but he just laughed and said, if I can, I surely will. So tonight, when they get home, I'll be waiting. Pardon me, I've got someone to kill. I know I'll surely die for what I'm about to do, but it don't matter, I'm a dead man anyhow. This gun will buy back the pride they stole from me, and also win this life of mine that's worthless now. By By the time you call the sheriff, it'll all be over. They'll find me at their big house on the hill. They'll find a note explaining now it's time to go. I've got someone to kill. Yes, it's time to go. I got someone to kill.
Whoa. Do you really have somebody to kill? Do you really have somebody to kill? Tell the truth.
Once.
Good Lord Almighty. Mookie Brill, y'all. Good Lord. Good Lord. Good Lord. Well, let me ask you some of these other questions.
Yeah.
If you was, now listen, you, it's kind of, the question's kind of spin on you because
All right.
I was going to say, what instrument would you play if you didn't play what you play now? But hell, you play drums, you play guitar,
Some.
you play harmonica, you play stand-up bass. Skip that. What's your pet peeves as a musician?
Pet peeves as a musician?
What do you not like? We'll get some
Equipment
get some-
failure.
oh yeah.
Equipment failure, absolutely.
I could attest to that. I hate equipment failure.
Yeah.
Tony P, we know all
And
about
it's always right
equipment
before the
failure.
gig.
Y'all know all about equipment failure.
Yeah.
Folks, if you're watching this, share it with your friends. Let some folks know that, you know, this is not an exclusive party by any means. We want your friends. We want your mama. We want your daddy. We want your sister. We want your granddaddy. We want everybody on the block is invited to watch the Friday Night Gamble. This is always archived, too, on YouTube and my Facebook page at 8 o'clock. So check that out. Matt Walsh Music is my YouTube handle. Check that out. Let me ask you a couple more things. But I want to do one thing that we do every week.
Mm-hmm.
We got this jar here.
Oh.
How many picks you think are in that damn thing?
How many damn picks?
How many damn picks, right? Hitman knows what I'm talking about. I mean, we've been at this a minute here.
I'm going to say about...
Me and Hitman get together every Wednesday and pick these damn picks out, don't we?
I'm
We
going to
get
say
together.
42.
42.
Do y'all have a method for picking them out?
Oh, we got a little method.
okay.
Yeah, we do. We do got a little method. I ain't gonna tell you about it because it might incriminate us. But anyway, folks, the good fine people down at Southern Distilling, they got a distillery in Statesville. Can you believe that?
I can't.
And they produce some damn fine bourbon. I'm gonna tell you.
You know
that
they got
right
cigar rollers in Statesville
in
as well?
Statesville.
Yep.
But hey, let me tell
I'm
y'all,
not kidding.
Statesville, North Carolina. That's my hometown, you know. And they have done so much down there
Rich with this.
to bring that town up. I mean, Statesville's a happening place, y'all. It's starting to become a really happening place. If I had to describe Statesville, I'd describe it as Asheville maybe 30 years ago. You know, a small little community. Everybody knows. I mean, before this virus thing hit, hell, man, on a Friday or Saturday night, you go to Statesville and find 9 different venues and a crossroads that have music. I mean, that isn't the Statesville you grew up. No. You had what, 1849 Club, and that was about it, right?
Yeah, that was
Tucker's.
There used to be Tucker's. I used to have a ball in that place. And
Tucker's was great, man.
Yeah, and there used to be another place for a minute called Dominickers.
I remember that. It was before my time.
Yeah,
I've heard of Dominic.
it was.
I've heard of
it was
I've heard
short.
of
It was down near that hotel where Phyllis Diller slept.
Well, you know, listen. They did a movie called The Boneyard, and Statesville about 30 years ago. They used my granddad's house, and my granddad got to play poker with Phyllis Diller.
Really?
She was in the movie.
Oh, that's
and
cool,
that guy
man.
from I can't remember, Ed Nelson, was that his name? Ed Nelson? I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Folks, if you can guess how many damn picks are in this jar, you will get a free tour to Southern Distillery. You'll find out how they make all their whiskey. You get to go through the whole damn thing. I think you get the sample whiskey. I don't know. But we're giving it away. So whoever guesses how many damn picks are in this jar, whoever comes closest to it, Tony P. How many are you looking at, Tony P?
Oh, My gosh, man, I don't even know.
You don't even want to mess with
I
this.
mean,
You got enough on your shoulders. You got enough on your damn shoulders tonight. Just running the damn show.
I don't give a damn.
All
How
right.
many picks are in
Good
that jar,
Lord, have mercy.
But everybody else is guessing.
Well, listen.
Numbers are rolling in.
Now listen. I'm gonna pull some mess on you
Uh-oh.
that I didn't tell you about.
You didn't tell me a lot of stuff.
Well, I don't tell you a lot of stuff. I don't tell a lot of guests a lot of stuff.
Tell
About Should I land on it?
Tell.
You know, I got a video this week. Well, did Kimmy tell you about it?
No.
Kimmy Hutchins, shout out to you. I thought she would let you know that I've been practicing. I got me a twerk video,
Wow.
instructional tape.
Instructional.
Yeah.
Instructional.
Get your dollars out.
And well, that's what I'm talking about, y'all. I was thinking about, you know, I'm pulling up a clip on you. That's what I call it when I pull up a clip.
Oh, okay.
When I put you on the spot, pull up a clip.
Oh, I'm not on the spot. You
Well, I'm putting you on the spot, and I'm putting Hitman on the spot too, not to make you feel alone. So I'm gonna pull up a clip on you too,
All right.
and I'm gonna let y'all, you know, have a little say on this too. We're gonna do a twerk off. I didn't tell you about
Right
that.
now?
Yeah, we'll do it right now.
Rhymes
Okay.
with.
Oh, oh, no! I hope none of the kids are watching.
And we're back.
So anyway, we're back. And folks, y'all can vote on it. If Ray wants to participate, I don't know. If he doesn't, that means I'm an automatic winner. I
Yeah.
automatically win. Y'all vote. We're not just going to do how many picks are in the jar. We're also going to vote on who does the best twerk off, me or Ray or Tommy.
I don't know what that means.
So every week,
I know what the other
so every
thing
week we
is.
do this album of the week,
Yeah.
and we do a little dance party with it.
Right.
Okay. So this week I ordered a George Jones record, and they sent me Conway Twitty. I put him up there on the wall.
Worst things could happen.
Well, worse things get here. So here we go. We're gonna see what we got here. That's what Tad Walker did too. Chuck Cotton danced.
Oh, I bet. I'm surprised you didn't start playing flute.
You want me to? Oh, you want me to go first? You want me to go? I'll go first.
Don't hurt him, man.
I'm gonna hurt you. I'm hurt you. Do it, hit man. Oh, get on, man. Bullshit. Can you do the twerk side to side?
I can't do that. Get them dollars out.
Oh, bullshit, man. Ray! Putting the pressure on me now.
Make it work.
You want me to do it?
Make it work.
You ready for it?
Man, I don't think I've ever seen that done to an Irish song before.
Well, hell,
Hey, Matt, next time you're backing up, I mean, a little less enthusiasm. You about took out the camera.
how am I doing? How am I
What they
doing?
saying,
Yeah,
Tom?
you were
What are they
moving. He
saying?
was moving.
What they saying, Tom?
Oh, let's see here. Well, they're saying sometimes less is more, Matt.
Got that right.
Go, Ray, go.
You know, only thing I know is somebody tipped him off. I'm gonna say that somebody might have tipped you off.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Somebody might have tipped him off. I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Before me and Ray get into one of them real good scuff ups,
Scrap it.
you better go ahead and play one of them good old country songs. I don't know what you got, a blues
All
song
right.
or a murder
Hey, you know
ballad
what?
one. I don't know. It's hard to
Actually,
tell
you know,
what you're gonna put
I
out.
know, it's hard to tell. Indeed.
It's hard to tell.
It's hard for me to tell.
Ray, I'm
But you
getting
know
better.
what?
I will say this. Hold on. I'm sorry.
No,
Yeah.
My breath.
We're winded.
I'm a little better.
Yeah.
I'm a little better.
You need a minute?
Well, you know, last couple episodes I've been,
Get a swig, man. Get a swig.
Deep breaths.
let's do a team drink.
There you go.
Let's do a team drink.
I was about to say, it's time for that.
To y'all out there, to Mookie Brill, to Raymond Brooks, some of my favorite people, y'all.
Absolutely.
My goodness gracious.
If I gotta get stuck in a damn van,
If I'm gonna get stuck in a van, I'm gonna
well
take.
be with these boys.
Might as well be with these boys. I'll tell you that.
How many times have y'all been stuck in a van?
Well,
Every
Tommy,
week.
Well, those two.
you remember when we got stuck down there in Florida? Or coming out of Florida, we went over to South Carolina.
That.
We
I
used-
tell that story pretty.
We used about
regularly.
about 2 AAA cards to
We
get
used
out of it.
At least 2.
Remember we got stuck at that
Yeah.
gas station where the first AAA
Where,
guys
where there were 100 cats.
in.
Oh,
You remember
I tried to find that thing twice, and I could not find it.
the gas station?
Yeah.
How many cats were there? I mean, there were like every breed of cat was
Like
there.
50 at least.
I mean, there was
Those
there was a
colonies
big
get
cat.
big.
And they weren't starving. Somebody was feeding
No,
them.
there. Look, remember, I remember looking in the distance, and there was a cat the size of like
a
a dog.
bobcat?
Of a
Yeah.
dog, yeah.
Remember
I mean, they had Siamese cat. They
Remember
had
the sun started setting, and they started getting up on top of the gas pumps?
right.
Remember that?
And remember,
Of
we
course,
went
didn't
we went
drunk.
inside, and the woman said, well, "Y'all watch out for the cats," you know.
That's right.
And then remember the second guy. So we had 4 of us that were in this van of mine that broke down, and it was me, Mookie, the drummer, and Ian Hines over here that's in the audience. And well, they came up and said, "Well, we ain't got enough room for 4 guys." So they sent these guys in like a king cab and a flatbed,
Yeah.
and we were all scrunched up in the back, 3 of us. Your big ass legs was like this and wouldn't give nobody no rest. I remember it. And but the funny thing was, remember the guy that was driving kept complaining he was tired.
Yeah, I remember that.
And he kept rolling down the window. And how many stops did he do at the gas
He
station?
sure did.
Because he was trying to stay awake.
Yeah.
And listen, that's the dangers of going out and doing what we do. And,
Yeah.
But we're pretty safe.
Well, you know, there
we're
was
pretty safe up here, ain't we?
Yeah, and I'm sure everybody knows the Chuck Cotton story about us going down there with Bill Morganfield.
Well, you know, Chuck told it and Tad told it.
Okay,
on
well,
here,
I don't need to tell it then.
which you were there.
Yeah, but all I know is I was asleep in the back of that van, and I felt something very abrupt, and I opened my eyes and I looked out the window and I saw the tire passing us, and it went into the jungle.
I've heard this story.
It's a damn shame that this story's been told, because I
I
think
mean-
you tell it best, because you stated that what y'all did afterwards was a quote unquote recon mission.
Yeah, we did a grid search. We did a recon grid search, and we
A
found the
a
wheel.
grid search.
Yeah.
That's what it was, a grid search.
Yeah, we found
Yeah,
the wheel.
man.
I was like, all right,
Hilarious.
everybody get 10 feet
A
apart
grid search.
and go through here. You know, if you see snakes or poison ivy, let
The first time I heard this story, it sounded like it was coming from the military, from Mookie, a grid search.
and I remember going, oh, there it is, there it is.
But you found the damn
I
thing,
found-
and y'all
yeah.
got back on the damn
We got
road.
back
and
on the
did
road. We had to get a new rotor put on because the other one got ground down to about nothing. And Chuck had just gotten new tires put on the day before.
Right, yeah.
They forgot to tighten the
The
lugs
glove
apparently.
nuts. Yeah, I guess they
Yeah, go figure.
Well, play us some sad old stuff that, you know. Or play
let's
us some
do-
blues, whatever you want. to
Let's
play.
do
I'll follow you.
since we got we were just thinking about Conway. Key of D, Dawn.
Well, let me grab us up here. Go ahead and start it off.
I saw a man today who said he talked to you. Not so long ago, perhaps a month or two. As my mind raced back in time, I thought, oh please, don't let it show. He thinks I forgot you 15 years ago. 15 years ago, and I still feel the same. Why did he have to mention your name? I'm as broken up inside as if it'd been to get a real love off your mind. I know I've tried it since 15 years ago. I've got a lovely wife who thinks the world of me. Promised her I'd love her for all eternity. I'd try everything to make her happy, but still she doesn't know. She thinks I forgot you 15 years ago. 15 years ago, and I still feel the pain. Why did he have to mention your name? I'm as broken up inside as if it's been a week or so. It takes a mighty long time to get a real love off your mind. I know I've tried since 15 years ago. Lord knows I've tried since 15 years ago. Thank you.
Sir, 15 years ago. Whoa! Whose
You know
song was
what?
that? That's a George Jones song?
No, that's
That's
a
Conway. That's a
Twitty
Conway
song,
Twitty,
and
yeah.
I'm not really sure who wrote that, but that's some really, really good writing right there. Because
That's some damn fine writing. Damn fine writing.
and Charlie Pride did a great version of that too. You know, that was the funny thing about those guys. They didn't care if some other dude had it out; they'd do it too. You know, because they're like, well, that's a great song, and somebody might like mine better and buy it. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
And and Charlie did a really, really good version of it. I love Charlie Pride.
Well, you know,
He might be the best living country singer right now.
I tell you, Charlie Pride was something else, man.
Mm-hmm.
He was something else, man. And you know, he did some of George's songs questionably better than George did them. You know,
Well,
some of them songs.
you know, yeah, that's
Really? Just some of them songs a little better. Well, play us a little blues. I want to say something too about the blues. I got a friend that I share a little stuff on his page and stuff. One of these groups on Facebook, and my buddy Big Dog Brian O'Callahan. He's got this thing called the Big Dog's Blues Juke. It's a group on Facebook, and now he shares some good stuff.
I think I might be on that. I don't go on the Facebook.
Big Dogs Blues
lot.
Juke. I mean, he puts up some.
Okay.
They got a good group, man. They contribute some good videos and stuff. But he's done a hell of a job promoting you this week.
Really?
And yeah, man.
Wow,
so,
man,
so give a big shout out to Big Dog Brian.
Big Dog,
Brian
yeah,
O'Ca-
man.
Yeah,
I
O'Callahan.
appreciate that.
We appreciate that, man. And he's a big supporter of the Friday Night Gamble too. He
Wow,
yeah,
that's
always shares the stuff. Always puts it out there.
I'm going to make it a point to
Please do.
really peruse.
He's a good guy.
his
He
thing.
is a good guy. He's I think he's up in New Jersey.
Oh well, we won't
But he's
hold
got
that against.
but he's got a big group, so he's your people. He's up and around in your
Well,
neck
that's-
of your own neck of the woods.
That's Jersey. They're a glorified crew. You people out there might know where that came from.
All right.
And I meant to ask, what about this humidity?
Good God, it's hot up here tonight, isn't it?
Yeah.
So play us a little blues, and we'll send it out to Brian. What you got? Yeah, play a little,
you know what?
harmonica, or whatever you want to do. You know,
Yeah.
it's your show.
Let's play an E.
It's
Let's
just
do
your
some
show.
Junior Parker because it was his birthday the other day.
Oh, was it Junior Parker's? Man, I tell you.
Yeah, of course he wasn't around for it, but
Well, you know, Junior Parker was fantastic, y'all. I mean, what a great singer, what a great harmonica
oh yeah,
player,
man, he
I
was
mean,
silky smooth.
fantastic, What's some good songs the folks can go out there and see about Junior Parker?
Oh, Junior Parker, next time you see me, things won't be the same.
You just a wrong good one.
Yeah, that's the one.
You want to play that one?
No, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do Mother-in-Law Blues, key of E.
I ain't never heard that one.
You hadn't?
No,
Oh,
I never have.
jeez.
No,
Well,
how's it go?
It
Shuffle what?
Yeah, key, lump, you know, and
Yeah.
E.
All right, we'll do that.
It was early in the morning, I heard the rooster crow for day. It was early in the morning, I heard the rooster crow for day. I looked out my window, saw my baby walk away. I hollered, Lord, please stop her. Ain't gonna get drunk no more. You know I lied. I hollered, Lord, please stop her. I ain't gonna get drunk no more.
I know you ain't not.
I looked out my window. I cried out, baby, please don't go. I know my baby heard me calling, 'cause she looked back and waved her hand. I know she heard me calling, 'cause she looked back and waved her hand. I heard her tell her mother, Mama, that's one no good man. I watched my baby leave. Her mama had her by the hand. I watched my baby leave. Her mama had her by the hand. I heard her tell her mother, Mama, that's one no good man. Woo!
Whoa!
Thank you. Thank you.
Mookie Brill. Mookie Brill. My goodness, God. Where did that one come from?
Junior Parker.
Sheesh.
He wrote that Mother-in-Law
Well,
Blues.
you
Duke
tear
Records.
That, tear that one up.
Duke Records. That's a
What was
great
you gonna
record.
say here,
Hell,
man?
Duke
I was
Records
gonna
didn't
ask
put
him.
anything good out.
I mean-
Anything bad.
He's playing with a lot of cats out here, and what advice would you give to someone who want to get into the music?
Yeah, what do you still say to young musicians, man? That's a big
Well,
question.
I don't meet that many of them anymore because,
yeah.
where do you go right now? And it's gotten real bad. I mean, like, Charlotte, where I live, man, it's awful. The music scene sucked anyway, pretty much before all this stuff happened, and not a whole lot of gigs, and there just aren't that many people. I tell you where I live, and I'm gonna put in a plug for these guys, a little shout out, as it were. John Atkinson and everybody up there in Bristol at Big Tone Records.
Oh, he's doing some big stuff.
Man,
and he's doing some old timey stuff.
I
and
love
he's staying
working
true to
with him.
to
Yes.
that kind of stuff, and,
Yeah.
and he's using old studio equipment from the 50s and the 40s.
I love it there. I could set up a cot in that studio.
Well, we got to cut you an album up there somewhere.
We gotta
if you want to see a Mookie Brill album, let us know, folks. Put it out there. Get this man some encouragement. We got to
somebody
put a
give me
little
some
fire
damn
under
decent
it.
songs because I can't write.
Well, I
decent
can
song
help
to
you
save
write
my
some.
life.
I can help you write some. I told you I'd do
Well,
that.
of course, it's got to go through me.
Well, I know that. We'd have to sit down together. You let me know.
I know. You know, one time Delbert McClinton.
You do.
You don't want to devalue yourself by.
Oh no, Mookie. No. That's not the case. So do me one more country song before we leave the folks. And
all right.
or just whatever you want to do. Just do one more.
You know, well, yeah, we just did a blues. Let's do one of the. Let's do Open Pit Mine. We haven't done that one, have we?
Now that's a good one.
There's another one about killing.
Well, hey, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Well,
I wrote one of those, 45 in the cut.
I know.
Kill me, man.
From Morenci, Arizona, where the copper mines blow, I could see Clifton in the canyon below. In Clifton lived Rosie, we dance and we dine with the money I made in the open pit mine. I love my Rosie and she loved me too. There was nothing for Rosie I wouldn't do. Her hugs and her kisses was something divine. Made life worth living, working the open pit mine. One day while out walking with Rosie one day, we passed by a window, rings on display. I bought one for Rosie, oh how it did shine. With the money I saved from the open pit mine. But Rosie was trouble, and that I would learn. She would two-time me when my back was turned. Rosie'd go dancing and drink the red wine, while I worked like a slave in the open pit mine. Then one night I caught Rosie on her rendezvous. She was hugging and kissing somebody new. It was there I shot Rosie, their arms were entwined. Then I buried her deep in the open pit mine. I took a look at my future, and what did I see? There was nothing but trouble waiting for me. But the sun's next rising, I'll be satisfied when they find me there sleeping by my sweet Rosie's side.
Folks, if you like this show, share it with your friends. We archive it on my Facebook page at 8 p.m. We also put it on my YouTube channel, Matt Walsh Music. How about it for Mr. Tommy Mookie Brill. Thank you for coming down, man. What a fantastic,
Well, thanks, man.
fantastic musician and
My
person
pleasure.
you are.
I've been looking forward to this.
Well, we were looking forward to having you on. You were one of the people we had in mind when we started this show. So thank you for coming on, my friend. I appreciate
Thank you.
it.
And
I
you know what?
appreciate your friendship over the years and all your music, man.
I appreciate that, and you know it's so weird. I just got to point out, I'm having like the weirdest deja vu right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I don't get that very much, but it just happened.
Well, noted. Noted.
All right, whatever that means. and Ray, I tell you what, this guy, solid as a rock.
Thank you. Thank you.
Folks,
And I sure do
Don't
appreciate playing
forget.
with you fellas.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
we're here every Friday night. Next week, we got Whiskey Foxtrot. I'm excited to have these guys on, Ray. They're a
Whoa.
young country band.
I know what that means.
Sam Foster and Seth Williams are going to be on next week, and we got Showbud up here this week. There he is. He's been, Mookie was pretty worried that he was going to be up here whining and doing a lot of crazy stuff, and we have to keep him down. But he loves the gamble. Don't you love it? Do you love it? Tell him how much you love it. Loves it a lot. Folks, come out next week. We got Whiskey Foxtrot. Share this stuff if you like it. Invite your friends to the party. We got to thank our friends down at Fourth Creek Brewing.
I'm telling
My
you.
goodness, our friends down at Southern Distilling. Go down there and get some of that whiskey. Good Lord. Tony P, thank you. Kelly Newman, Addison Presswood, everybody that helps us out. Just spread the word. Let us just come back next week. That's all I can say, man. What do y'all got any last thoughts? Tommy, is there any way any links you want to give, anything like that? Anything
I don't know,
wanna
you can
tell
find
the
me,
folks?
Thomas Mookie Brill, on Facebook, and like me on there. And of course, they make me pay to send my gigs out. But guess what? We don't have any gigs now anyway, so what's the difference?
What's the point?
But anyway, and also, I mean, he's not watching, but my old cat buddy, who's a favorite of Carrie Bell, he ain't doing so well, and
No.
I just want to.
Tommy's got an ill cat, y'all.
Yeah.
And
And
we
he
know
was,
how precious our pets
And he
are
knew
to
he
us.
knew all the blues men
So
that
he
were
got
still around
he got to see all
in the
these
early
cats.
part of the century. They all came to my house, and they all knew him, and he outlasted everybody.
Well, you're like Chuck Cotton. You got a lot to tell, and I know we didn't cover it all, but would you come back for another one?
Man, I tell you what, I thought about that, and you get me and Chuck.
Let's get
Man.
you and Chuck on here.
Let me tell
Why
you
would we
something.
not do
And you know
that?
what? It'll be
Hello.
like me and him in the hotel room after a gig.
My
That's what
God,
it'll be
because
like.
I've been there.
Oh, yeah,
I've
and-
been there with
and-
you, and that's some fun stuff. That's
Yeah.
when you really learn some stuff. Because you know what, man? I'm gonna say this like I told Chuck. The first time I saw you was when I lived out in Kansas. I lived in Salina, Kansas,
Mm-hmm.
and the first couple times we were in a room together, I was kind of scared of you.
Oh, well.
Because
all
people
right.
had told me all these stories. Oh, Mookie, Mookie's kind of, Mookie, don't mess with Mookie. Don't mess with Mookie. But man, when we got to know each other, you have always been kind to me,
Yeah.
and I've always looked up to you as an elder musician to try to, I think of you like elder statesman at this point. You've been putting your time, and it's time people give you that respect that look at you for all the stuff that you've learned and done, because you are an important person, man, to music. You
Well,
really
I
are.
appreciate that.
You really are.
I just
You've
want
been an important person to me coming up in music, really.
But I mean, I want to say one thing, and there's a lot of cats like this out there. I never ever got rid of my side hustle or whatever.
Yeah,
when
keep
I
your
was
side
playing
up. Well,
music,
I guess that's
and you
your
know what,
advice to young musicians.
times like
then.
this,
You better have a side
man,
hustle.
you better have.
Or your hustle better be able to be improvised and
Yeah,
metamorphosized.
And I used to before I had my own business, and I never stopped laying brick. I was a brick mason.
Yeah, you brick mason. I remember
Yeah,
that.
and I just did some jobs.
Did some jobs. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
listen, I'm gonna leave the folks with one thing. Everybody that we get on here, we pull this little trick on them here, and all the guys, all the culprits. Cowboy. Buddy Hardwood. I know you've hung out with Buddy. You all been out drinking and tearing up the town a couple times.
Yeah,
tell the truth.
He's embarrassed me a few times. I've had to call him an Uber.
Well, and back here.
Oh
Yeah. So
I've heard
if
a
you
lot
had to
of
put if you had to put a band around one of these guys, and one of these guys were the lead singer of the band, who would you put around? Who would be on guitar? Well, first pick one.
Oh man. Well, this guy here.
Yeah.
Oh, I would get Hubert Sumlin on guitar.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Jody Williams.
And Jody Williams
Yeah,
on guitar.
both of them.
Who
two
on bass?
in tandem. Fuzz Jones.
Who on drums?
Sam Lay.
Yeah, I can get behind the piano.
Oh, Henry Gray.
God, this is a great band for him.
Yeah.
Really, saxophone.
Oh, Eddie Taylor. I mean, Eddie Shaw.
Eddie Shaw, yeah,
Shaw.
man.
Yeah.
Wow, well, so you picked the whole Wolfpack pretty much.
Yeah.
Tad Walters did the same damn thing. We will be back next week, folks, on the Friday Night Gamble with Whiskey Foxtrot. Come back and join us. Tommy Brill, my main man, the hit man. Give it up, tell him where it's at, y'all. We'll be back.
Have a great weekend.
Have a good weekend. Thank you.